one here who remembered everything. You see, my connection to the portal somehow preserves my memories from one loop to the next. Whether that was Proserpina's intention or a happy accident, I'll never know. But I'm surprised you hadn't noticed. Here I was thinking you're a little bit sharper than Al was. Or perhaps you're just more willing to break the rules. He was a moralistic fellow, never once compromised on his principles. And because of that fatal flaw, he relived this day many thousands of times before we finally had this conversation. I watched him come through the portal each time, always a little older, a little more disheveled, a little more haunted. And when he finally saw the futility of it all, as you're about to, it broke him. He drank a jug of wine, tied a noose around his neck, and took his own life, just before he was shot with a golden arrow. The next time I awoke, you showed up, but you've caught up to where he was so quickly. I mean, you've lived through the day, what, only 3 times? Extremely impressive. And yet everything you've done has been in vain, because there's no escape. Except the path that Al took, the path he wrote about on his tablet. What was it? Ah, yes. Best to take your own life now. So, you discovered my secret. So what? What are you going to do about it? Why? Isn't it obvious? Because I have grown attached to all this. My title, my beautiful villa, the sun on my face, the music of birds chirping. And as long as this day keeps repeating itself, I get to enjoy it all, over and over again, for eternity. Don't you see? I have found a way to prolong my life indefinitely, to cheat death. I have become, in effect, as immortal as the gods. Can you honestly say you would not wish the same for yourself? And why would I agree to that? You and your pathetic morality. No, but understand. I certainly hope not. In fact, I want it to go on and on for... What are you going to do? Beg the gods for help? They don't care about you, and neither do I. Now, get out of my villa. I'm bored with you.
Isn't the great temple majestic?
A new face, Ave.
Well, I suppose we'd first need to figure out which god that is, and I'm afraid even I don't know, although I have my suspicions. This might sound like a strange question, but please, humor me. How did you find your way here? Karen, you say? And nothing about that name seemed odd to you? Older. I see. I wonder if... No. I apologize. I don't mean to be cryptic. It's just that you've got me thinking. Have you spoken with any of the others about how they arrived here too? I really think you should. Go around and ask them what they remember and see if you notice any patterns. Good. Thank you. But please be careful. don't want to see what happened to Livia happen to you, too. Thank you. Now, go and follow the thread of truth through this labyrinth, and come back to me if you discover any patterns. Come back to me once you've acquainted yourself with the rest of our neighbors.
A golden bow, just like Apollo. Feeling all right? You made it into the palace. I'm impressed. How is Nevia? Willowback. I should have known. I have... Thank you. Oh no. There was... But that... Well, until this, and then she's but one of... I really shouldn't. He's become so irritable. You did? That? Willowback. I should have known. It was... I have... Thank you. Sure. That's a shame.
Salve and welcome. Oh, there's not much to tell. I suppose it all started about 8 months ago. I was living in Rome with my family when I got sick. Terrible timing. My pa had just arranged a husband for me, a fisherman's son. I was about to meet him for the first time when I came down with an awful fever. I spent the next week in bed. Pa paid priests to make offerings to Asclepius. In the end, they decided I'd do better. But after about a day in a I remember closing my eyes for a bit, and I guess I must have, I suppose. Anyway. All right.
Greetings. And I must... Leather boot? I have... And... Is this a riddle? We will... A good question. A very good question. I remember I had just been to Rome. I rented a prestige and we began. Now, I have... This time, Indeed. In any... I will... Anything you like. I hope that our path...
I said, please leave. You're trespassing.
Horatius, looking a bit troubled there.
Whatever's
Still
in
no
that
sign of
great
sense
temple
of
up
it.
there on the bluff,
I haven't slept
I
right in
bet
3
it's
weeks.
worth a
Don't be too hard on yourself.
Isn't that
From
a
what I
big
hear,
long
nobody
bow?
saw it coming. Anyway, I thought you
Back
Stoics weren't
again.
supposed to worry about things you can't control.
Ugh, let it.
Yeah, but I
You
keep
know,
thinking, what if there is something I can
I'm
do?
happy, sir.
What if she's out there somewhere suffering,
What's
waiting
the
to be
matter?
found?
Can't
Sounds like you're
afford.
torturing
Well,
yourself. Leave that for the gods. Try to relax. Get some
ugh,
rest.
let it go.
Tomorrow's a new
Nothing's
day.
going to happen between us.
I suppose you're right.
Certainly, for 10 denarii. Have you met Livia? She used to do my hair, and now... I hear that if Malleolus is elected, he's gonna throw a small festival to celebrate. Whatever you like. All right.
Salve.
Fear is proof of a degenerate mind.
Ah, you again. What business is that of yours? Willowbark. And this will work? Oh, thank God. Finally, some relief. I've been in a lot of pain lately. It was... I owe you one. See you around.
What is it, citizen? He's one of the better commanders I've ever had. Treat Karnas for... I don't see why not. Just make sure I get it back by tomorrow. Of course. I'm a legionary. I'm from Liguria, up north originally. Not anymore. My commander sent me. That's when the crowd started flooding through the streets. Then some Genetricum fugitive tried to take advantage of the chaos and pinch my pendant. I remember Chase blacked out. Ah, don't be. That's... all right?
Cerberus lifts his triple head and lets out his threefold braying.
Livia, would you stop muttering like Medea over a cauldron? You'll scare away my customers.
They follow their trades, imitating their previous lives, but they are ignorant.
Malleolus isn't receiving visitors at the moment, it being election day. Her name's Domitius. Why? Because I am a gladiator. Her name's Domitius. Why? You want to see me fight? Keep running your mouth, fatuous cunnis. Malleolus, of course. If old man said... whatever.
You again. What is it now? You mean the children's fable exploited by Sentius to scare... I trust you can see yourself out. Through the door that... Get out before I have Domitius bash your skull in, fool!
How come you're allowed a weapon and I'm not?
Greetings and salutations.
Are they?
Oh, was there some...
What have you begged for us to
As much as I'm grateful that you tried to help me, it's just not safe for me to talk about it. Please. The golden rule.
May Apollo
Please,
keep you safe.
just leave me alone. I don't want to talk about it. Persistent as Nemesis, aren't you? I can tell you, but it's a long saga. All right. I'd been here about a week. When it dawned on me I'd be... So when she was supposed to be my friend, so she suggested I take out a loan from Malleolus. I had to sign an agreement. I paid Hemlock. Drink this, she said, and you'll be out of here in no time. Of course, I demanded my money back, but she, in fact, that's what I said to the magistrate. I went to Sentius and begged for help. I thought he loved I'd be those to my hand. I brought it on my... When I've recovered, I expect their thug Domitius will come for me. Only that, honestly, I doubt it. It seems this is at least a lot. If so, I doubt you could... I don't...
It is time. Let us meet to elect our magistrate. Citizens, we have a quorate body of voters gathered here to elect the city's magistrate. The candidates are Sextus Sentius Imperiosus and Marcus Malleolus Gurges. As agreed, we shall dispense with ballots and candidates will abstain from voting. Let's make this quick. As I say your name, call your vote. I'll start with you, Horatius.
Sentius, of course.
Georgius.
Malleolus.
Dacius.
Malleolus.
Galerius.
I abstain. I'm just here to observe.
Virgil.
Malleolus.
Rufius.
Malleolus.
And finally, Domitius.
Malleolus. Who else?
Citizens, you have made your decision. Your new magistrate is Marcus Malleolus Gurges.
Hail, Magistrate Malleolus. I said, hail, Magistrate Malleolus. That's more like it.
Thank you. Thank you. I am...
You're back. Have you come to let me go this time? Oh, thank you. Now follow. Wait. Did you hear that? He's here. He must be coming in through the door behind me. You distract him. Stay right here and keep him talking while I look for something I can use.
What did you do with Scintilla? Where is she? So that is how it's going to be. Oh well, this doesn't change anything for me. So, you discovered my secret. So what? What are you going to do about it? Why? Isn't it obvious? Because I have grown attached to all this. My title, my beautiful villa, the sun on my face, and as long I have found a way to prolong my life indefinitely, to cheat death. I have become, in effect, as immortal as the gods. Can you honestly say you would not wish the same for yourself? Of course. There's no way you could have succeeded. Every soul who has ever found themselves here has broken the golden rule eventually. It is inevitable. Man will always sin sooner or later. Any idiot could tell you this. But where others might see tragedy, I saw opportunity. As I told you the first time, by reliving the same day over and over again forever. And I will continue living long after your dust. Do you really think you can take on a Decurion with that flimsy little bow? Who? Scintilla? Where is she?
I'm right here, Father.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Come on, we have to go. Hey, what's happening to you? That light, it's so bright.
Hi there. Gave me a bit of a fright. Thought I was in here alone. I'm Al. Well, here I am. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. Really? That's strange. I was just reading an old tablet I found here. Well, trying. My Latin is kinda rusty. It described an event about 2,000 years ago. Someone with your name appeared in the city out of the shrine of Proserpina. Freed an imprisoned woman named Scintilla, who then murdered her captor, breaking some kind of ancient law. It said the attack caused golden statues to come alive, hunting down everyone in the city and turning them into gold. Apparently, the only person to survive was Scintilla, while the stranger disappeared in a flash of light. What? You're saying you were here 2,000 years ago? Let me see that. God, why does this writing look so familiar? I've spent a lifetime in this place going around and around in circles. I'm not following. So you're saying, because a man from 2,000 years ago is dead, I guess you saved my life then, as well as helping that poor woman to escape. That's... Maybe we can escape through the same aqueduct Scintilla used. If... I'm gonna pause here for a moment and make sure nobody else has ever lured into this temple. You go on ahead, and I'll be there soon.
You're back! But you're alone. Does that mean you didn't find Al? Oh, what a relief. Thank you so much. I was beginning to think you'd both become trapped in there. Why don't you tell me what you discovered while we wait? Really? Sounds amazing. Al, it's so good to see you. You were gone so long I thought I'd never see you again.
Kinda lost track of time in there. And there was a tablet, supposedly. My new friend here. I know how crazy that sounds.
Maybe not that crazy. That woman. I don't suppose her name was Scintilla?
How could you... What?
She left a tablet of her own. I stumbled across it while I was waiting here. I think she meant for you to read it. Here, take a look.
I don't know what became of you, or if you'll ever read this, but I want you to know that I will never forget you, or what you did for me.
Sounds like you meant a lot to her. You two look exhausted.
Sounds good to me.
And you? Are you ready to go home?